Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel, anybody that might tune in. The guy on the thumbnail, his name is William Bill Woldridge, last known use name 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario. He is a Canada-wide warrant harbored inmate, dangerous offender, sex offender. He is guilty of criminal stalking, human trafficking. He is guilty of causing my mother's death, and he is guilty of my identity theft and attempted murder on me. He is the boss to o.p.p. Spencer Mills 14716, Staff Sergeants, years 2019 2021, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, a mental health worker, and Shelley Hafner. He is the boss to Lennox and Annington Hospital, County General Hospital, CEO, Administration, Patient Relations, Dr. Tatiana V., aka Margie V., name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, guilty of attempted homicides and covering up, Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Bart, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David, all Lennox and Annington County General Hospital, all criminally negligently involved in co-committing and covering crimes with and for themselves and o.p.p. I spoke police crimes. As a result, I became a victim, injuring, torturing, kidnapping, sex assaults, skull splitting, brain injuring, kidney and lung damage, medical treatment refusals, done with criminal negligent intent to cover up crimes against me. Tatiana V. is guilty of giving out my CAT scan results from November of 2019 to her girlfriend Stacy, the mental health worker, who gave them to Spencer Mills. The human traffickers, human homeless trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders, identity thefts and frauds, financial thefts and frauds, false arrest to prevent help, and arrest on cops, doctors, and their boss, surrounding hands on guns, being completely and totally deformed with proof and not being able to do anything about it. Billy Woldridge was told that he and I were switched at birth. I am 50, he's in his 70s. He's highly psychotic, highly delusional. He is a homosexual obsessed piece of shit. He believes that he is also Harry Potter. He is the one Shannon Cork laughed in my face over me telling her to arrest him. And she knew that he was going to go on to stalk and kill my mother while he was calling her mom, phoning her, threatening her life as well. I had spoke this was happening and what the outcome would be, and it happened. How o.p.p. are committing their crimes, how they're human trafficking, how they are framing, and how they are murdering here in Napanee. Identity thefts, Billy Woldridge, Hardy, who is boyfriend to Spencer Mills, whether now allegedly here in Aurelia or not. A lot of them have left, transferred to avoid arrest and lawsuits against o.p.p. and themselves, and also to get out of arresting and charging for the crimes in hopes of denying using their badges, positions, and credentials. This to me is finished. I have no feeling or stimulation in my brain whatsoever. I haven't for months. I had no neurological problems or any other um, medical problems prior to being shot back in August of 2019. The whole right side of my face is being pushed over. I have absolutely no feeling at all. My skull's being flattened, rounded out, shortened, widened, elongated. It's being deformed in about 50 different shapes and sizes. I've shown it and proven it while being called a liar through Lennox and Annington Hospital. While not even seeing it, they did see my skull split into sections, and I was still called a liar. There was absolutely no concern of it whatsoever. Laughing in my face over being sodomized, trying to have me committed for having it happen. Medical treatment refusals, discriminations, lies, cover ups, time buying, accusations of being suicidal and self harmer, accusations of drugs, which are not true, accusations of long criminal records and histories and psychological records and histories, and not true. Right now, I'm getting air blowing through the right side of my head in my temple area, and my whole skull has been split. So remember this, people. Anybody in Napanee, Lennox, and Addington, Ontario, you speak police crimes, you will be killed, and they will get away with it, especially if they're poor, homeless, elderly, or disabled. This is also about them stealing welfare and disability as well. Bank frauds, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, forgeries, the human trafficking, the pedophilia, the stalking, identity thefts, obviously, causing animal murder, animal and human homicides, murders, right here in Napanee through the police. Spencer Mills, 14716, Staff Sergeants, ex-Chief or Commander, Shannon Cork once again, Robert Kane, Robert Ken Fuck Ken Kilgan, Ken Get Away With It, Money Badge Family Town Council, Lucas, 100% right, Stacy, a mental health worker, and Shelley Hafner. I am being used as a fucking game. I was falsely arrested and charged. o.p.p. are also in possession of my blood and piss from having me kidnapped May 27, 2021 through Shelley Huffner through her bullshit and competency lies against me, done to shut me up so I would not be talking about what I'm talking about, showing what I'm showing, and proving what I'm proving, and by whom, how, and why. Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, you are guilty of murders and attempted murders. You're guilty of ending the Wood bloodline by doing this to me for your revenge retaliation. Lennox and Addington, Ontario, or Lennox and Addington County General Hospital CEO, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital Administration and Patient Relations are also guilty of having me falsely arrested and charged to deflect crimes, to prevent me help, and also to get out of arresting and charging on themselves, which I have been trying to get for crimes that they are guilty of with proof for 3.5 years. This is why they are so successful here. They have the police, they have the doctors, and they have a justice of the peace to make accusations, to refuse arrest, to obstruct. This is how they get out of lawsuits, falsely arresting to victimize and criminalize their victims by using their fucking lies and not having to prove anything. I can just imagine how many murders Spencer Mills and o.p.p. have actually really caused and committed and had covered up through the hospital here. One way or another, Billy Wooldridge, you obsessed fucking piece of shit homosexual. Not only did you change my identity because you are a low-life cocksucker who gives blowjobs to o.p.p. and owns the cops here, you are guilty of murdering the entire Wood bloodline, along with Jason Gimpy, Two-Step Van Alstyne, Dale Hartwick, Tyler Teabag fucking Goof Lake, who's also guilty with his girlfriend, Holly Hoare, of causing cancer to my dog with intended to. I'm an attempted murder victim, and there is nothing I can do about this. This is Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, and the hospital here. This is no fucking joke. I'm 50 years old. I spoke police crimes, and I am the victim here being treated as the fucking criminal. So these cops and doctors and the other pieces of shit can get away with what they're getting away with. I have no feeling or stimulation in my fucking head anymore, and I have serious lung and kidney damages as well. So time's been bought. You're turning me into a vegetable in hopes that I forget about this and not talking about it so you can get away with it, so you can frame me, because that's what's going to happen. I guarantee it. I'm going to be framed as Billy Wooldridge, a wanted Harvard sex offender inmate who they will not touch. This is why they had me charged, to get my prints, pictures, signatures, my blood and piss, and everything else, and I will not be proven wrong. Right, Spencer Mills? Right, Staff Sergeant, and the rest of you fucks? I now look like a fucking homosexual cop's boyfriend, for fuck's sakes. Congratulations, you piece of shit fucking terrorist. Completely and totally fucking deforming me and changing my identity to look like one of your fucking sex offender harbored inmates to be framed as this person. I don't fucking think so, Spencer Mills, you low life piece of shit. I am Chris Wood. I'm an identity theft, serious brain and skull injuring, body mutilation, attempted murder victim. And yes, Lennox and Addington Hospital, even right up to the CEO, is involved one way or another. You will all be arrested and charged for the crimes that you are guilty of. Make no mistake about it. Whether you are cops or doctors, you are not above the law. If the Hawkesbury doctor worked in Napanee, he'd still be going with competition. He'd be working with him for fucking Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and o.p.p. So, congratulations, you pieces of shit. Fucking completely changed my identity, completely, and changed my fucking mentally fucked me up in hopes to commit a crime, that I commit a crime, and that I'm taking off my consciousness. That it completely destroy a person's brain from the inside while you're sitting back getting away with what you're getting away with while turning your fucking victims into criminals to justify your fucking crimes against them. Isn't that right, ex-o.p.p chief, you murdering fucking pedophile piece of Spencer Mills? You are fucking a human trafficking, murdering, serial killing lowlife with your boyfriend Blair Hardy. Have meth labs in fucking Tweed, Ontario. You're drug traffickers, you're human traffickers. How much was I sold for, you pieces of shit, to be to be killed, to be changed, to be framed for your fucking benefit? How too convenient that you do this to me. You sit, lie, you buy time and everything else. I've been trying to fight for my life and everything else, and I've not been able to get nowhere. Legal rights, human rights, medical rights taken. This is how o.p.p assure their crimes and homicides here in Napanee, using their fucking inmates for drop charges and everything else to co-commit here in Napanee with them for them. And I won't be proven wrong. Having me fucking charged twice for wanting to save my life so hospitals and doctors can fucking commit crimes and attempt to save their own asses. And that's what that's about. I'm Chris Wood. I'm an attempted murder victim, identity theft victim, and it is through Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police revenge for me speaking of their crimes since 2019. Be safe, everybody. This is done one way or another. o.p.p and the hospital, Wooldridge, Hardy, Lake, Vinalstein, you will pay for attempted murder and the homicides that you are guilty of. I have no feeling but air going through my head, right in my temple area in here. All right in here. In this whole side of my head, you can tell where my skull's been split. Straight down the middle, especially this side of my head, it will swell up like this sometimes, like there's going through it. And I get nothing but pressure in there. I will smell peanut butter. I will smell piss. I will smell shit all the time. I get stuff coming through my jaw up around here, through the roof of my mouth. But right in here, the bone in my jaw is gone. It's starting to decay. And that is from all the EMFs and radiation that are on me 24/7. After 3.5 years, this is done. Be safe, everybody. Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and Ben Alstein, you're gonna fucking pay for this. I'm 50 years old and you were what, 25, 35-year old, you fucking little bastard pieces of shit garbage. People think identity thefts can't happen. I am proof because mine is done. Chris Wood is dead.